thoughts. We call this Breakfast with the Stars because we have all sorts of stars who walk into the studio. Now today I'm super excited because her journey has been so powerful. I mean, there are even some things that I was learning about her yesterday and I was like, I thought we were friends. She is the force and the CEO behind Pauline Cosmetics Kenya. Her name is Nelly and she's live in studio. Her surname is very hard to pronounce. Please
help us.
Tuikong.
Tuikong.
Yeah.
Like
Not
King
tweet.
Kong and then tweet.
Like
Tuikong.
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 Guys, it's not that hard.
Yeah, Tuikong. I like it.
You have to think about many things. King Kong, Twitter.
Yeah.
Think Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Tuikong, yes.
All right. Repping the 254 because you grew up where?
I grew up in rural Kenya, Nandi County.
Yeah.
A place called Kaptumo.
Okay.
Village life. I grew up in a farm.
Yeah.
So like any typical rural village life, you go to the river because we don't have taps.
Yeah.
Running water. We go to the forest to fetch firewood.
What?
Because you need a source of energy to cook your food.
Yeah.
So yeah, just typical. Like it seems like very different when you're in uptown or when you're in town.
Yeah.
But in rural home, like even now, if I go home, that's what you do.
Yeah.
It's called Kiptum.
Kaptumo.
Or Kaptumo.
Yeah.
And where did the accent come from? It's legit, eh? Even me, I want to go to Kaptumo.
It will stop, please.
No,
Can you
seriously.
behave? Can you behave? So first things first, guys, if you rep that area, she did actually come in her jacket today.
Definitely. Call a red one.
Check it.
Yeah?
It's called the Check It Nation.
Lord. But okay, so you were there, you grew up, that was how you grew up, and you went to school.
So basically we kind of moved a little bit. You know, we were in Kapsabet, which is more
Like
of
a town, yes.
Yeah. My dad was a town clerk, and then my mom was a nurse, so she kept getting posted different places, but just within Nandi County.
Yeah.
So at some point we were living in Kaptumo, then we were in Kapsabet, then we were back in Kaptumo. So kind of, you know, became that was life. So at some point, actually, my dad lost his job. So we ended up just staying in Kaptumo.
Yeah.
My mom was working there, and then at some point, she actually got retrenched. There was a big nursing retrenchment in 2000.
Yeah.
So my mom lost her job, so life just became really hard. And at some point, actually, I remember in Form 3, I wanted to quit school.
Yeah.
What school do you go to?
Shafi.
Okay, I know. You've already told us about Kaptumo. It can't get worse.
Go further in.
Yes.
You people.
Yeah.
It's called Tachesis.
Touch your sis.
That's why you are like that.
Okay, no, primary. Let's talk about your primary school.
I went to like 4 primary schools.
Okay.
Because of moving. Yeah.
Yeah, in
But
Kapsabet and in Kaptum.
Kapsabet, Kaptumo Primary, Nandi Hills Academy. I went to I went to boarding school since I was in class 6. I was in Eregi Girls Boarding Primary in Western.
Okay.
So I think that kind of just like moving around and seemed to
And then touch assist.
and then high school
Went to touch a sis.
which was a pretty good school. It was actually it's in a place called Tinderet, which is
Tenerife is like on the highway.
but now we were like
Inside,
deep there.
yes.
I used to say that if Jesus was to come back, he would forget us, like because
you are so
were
far
surrounded by mountains.
Okay, so I know after touch assist, I love that
And being
name.
surrounded by mountains.
Then came a scholarship, right?
So after high school, which I managed to, so after that incident with trying to quit school, because it was actually, I was being sent home for school fees. You know those things where you're like, Form 1, it's
in
okay.
third form.
You know, by Form 3, you're getting sent home. It's annoying and it's stressful.
because you know.
So at that time, imagine I'm being sent home for school fees. It was on Friday. Mocks are starting on Monday.
Lord,
like, where are my parents going to get
in
money
2 days?
Over
And I can relate. You know, that was the one thing that principals and teachers or school administrators used to do back in the days.
Yeah.
The only time they will get you to pay is when there's a need.
Do or die. Yeah.
When there's an emergency.
Yeah.
So mocks are on Monday. We're giving you 3 days to go bring fees that you haven't paid from Form 1.
Yeah, you're like, from where, Shirley? So you wanted to quit?
And for me, I was so pissed. I was pissed at the school. I was pissed at my parents at that time. So I remember packing my books and I was telling my friends, I am done with this. I'm not coming back because I know, where is my mom? So I went home, though my mom hustled for me over the weekend, came through for me, went to school, finished. So after high school, remember at that time, my brother is in college. My younger brother is in high school. So I mean, the writings are on the wall. Nina Jifix Wapi.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So I ended up moving to Eldoret.
Yeah.
To start hustling.
Yeah.
Got a job. Actually, my first job, I was like a secretary. I was getting paid like if I'm lucky, like 50 bob, and then but plus lunch.
Wow.
I would get lunch every day.
Yeah.
So that led to another job where I was getting paid 3,000 shillings.
Yeah.
Per month.
Per month.
Yes.
And so at that time I thought, now I have money, I'm moving out of my auntie's place. Like, boop, boop.
Yeah.
So I met with a friend who was at that time my high school friend who was in uni, and so that's also kind of it's painful because like your peers that are in uni, you're here hustling for 3K.
Then they're so mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so this story, my God, such a long backstory, but it's so interesting with Nelly Tuikong, who is the force and CEO behind Pauline Cosmetics Kenya. So how do we go from 50 bob, 3,000 bob to having one of the top makeup brands in the 254, or rather in this region? Stick around to find out. On the way, my name is Adele Onyango with Shafi, wherein we have the CEO of Pauline Cosmetics Kenya. Her name is Nelly Tuikong. Yes, I said it right. Yes! She's live in studio. Her name is amazing, but you know what's even better? Her story. And Peter Angweni is just like, yo, your mom used to work with my mom at Kapsabet Hospital. I know that lady. Tell her to we hook up at Namgoi. Where's
Namgoi? near Tachasis.
It's the junction.
It's the joint. Lord. Okay, so we had the story where Form 3, you're being sent home because you don't have enough chums. You've moved to Eldoret after high school, though. And first job was paying you 50 bob and lunch. Yay. And then next job at 3,000 bob, and you have pals in uni. You're not in uni, but your pals are in uni. Mm-hmm. So how is that making you feel? Some type of way?
Some type of way.
Yeah.
Kingwashi.
Yeah. Like,
missing out on something.
Why not me? Yeah. Then what happened?
So then one thing led to another. I got another job working at a place called Sally Test Pediatric Center, which is in Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Yeah.
I was taking care of abandoned babies and creating like educational activities for those kids who were hospitalized for a very long time.
Yeah.
So mostly kids with like cancer who will be there for like 3 months. Then the program, Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital and Moi University had a partnership with Indiana University. So they used to have all these doctors and students come by. So at some point I met a family. It was a guy who was a renal surgeon.
Yeah.
Came with his wife and his daughter. And while he was performing surgeries, his wife and daughter would come hang out with the babies at the Sally Test Pediatric Center. So after some time, I guess they took a liking to me. And 2 weeks before they left, I remember we were closing up, taking the babies back to the ward. And the mother, Judy, was like, so what do you think about going to study nursing in the U.S.? And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? And basically that's how my life changed. I went from having almost zero prospects to getting sponsored to go to study nursing in one of the top nursing programs in the U.S.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Miracles happen.
So what I want to know in the next 3 minutes is definitely you go from meeting up at Namgoi, the junction, to the States. There's definitely culture shock and a whole lot of that. But then why did she then come home afterwards, So we get to know all about that in the next 3 minutes. Remember, if you have any questions for Nelly other than can we meet at Namgoi, you can send them our way on Twitter at Kiss100Kenya. And we do have Nelly Tuikong, who is a force behind Pauline Cosmetics Kenya. A makeup line that is by Kenya, for Kenya, and the world. And before we get to that, we have gone through Touch Assist. There's a chick called Daisy Kiplagat who's like, yo, we were in Touch Assist together. I'm fucking nice. I've seen the spelling.
The legitness of her story is the fact that she's shocking us.
Yeah.
We have people who've been to the school, people who've been to the junction.
They testify.
Yes. There are guys who are confirming everything you're saying. So please don't lie.
Yes. Okay, so now you're in the States. You've gone through, you've gone through uni. You're studying nursing.
In one of the best nursing school institutions in the United States.
And then you graduate. What are you doing?
So before I graduated, I remember the thing that led to the whole makeup thing was, it started with I was having a hard time getting makeup for myself.
Yeah.
So it was either we had two options of where you could get makeup. It was the drugstore brands. So you go to CVS, Walmart, and you buy Maybelline, blah blah, and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is with drugstore brands is that they're sealed. You cannot test anything.
So you're buying blindly.
You're buying blindly, and at the same time, there's like 12 shades, and then the last 2 shades are supposed to be for people of color, and then the one shade is like really bright.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not for me. The other one is like some weird red undertone. You're like, who even looks like that?
Yeah.
So it was kind of obvious that, people like me were an afterthought.
Yeah.
So the other option was the countertop mall brands, which were very expensive. I remember my first few products that I bought were 3 sets of products, and they were over $100. So for a student, that was not sustainable.
Yeah.
So there's a day, I think I was in the mall, and I think I saw another brand being launched.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, there's probably like over 1,000 brands in America, makeup brands.
Yeah.
It's like another one.
And not one is looking out for me.
And actually went and tested, and there was nothing for me. And it was so frustrating. So when I got home that day, something just went, there was just a light bulb that went in my head. I was like, if I'm having this struggle and I'm in this land of opportunity, how much is it for people like, my people back home, my sisters? And then the one thing that I thought about was like, Kenyan women and African women, we love looking good. We take time in how we look like. No offense to my people back in America, but people just roll out of bed and go to class.
As we can, even just go to the kiosk.
I'm telling you, you prepare the salon before you go buy sugar. So we definitely put thought into how we dress and how we look, and I just felt compelled that I needed to do something about it, and that's how Pauline Cosmetics was born.
Okay, but now there's a problem. You have to move back home.
I have to move back home, and this time I'm also married, so I have to. It's not just a decision about me. There's somebody else also involved, and there are people back home screaming that the dollars need to keep trickling.
Now you're going to come back and be with them. Oh man! So then she moves back home. We're gonna find out how she goes from that to having one of our top celebrities, phenomenal woman, rocking different shades of Pauline Cosmetics in one of her top songs that's coming up in the next. However, we're hanging out with the CEO of Pauline Cosmetics. Her name is Nelly Tuikong, and so many questions coming through. Lorna Ndungu wants to know, what challenges did you face as we were starting Pauline Cosmetics?
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest challenges was that I was transitioning from a nursing, background to a completely different background. So I had a very steep learning curve. I had to learn how to get manufacturing. So I took to Google.
Okay. Google is your friend.
The almighty internet, as I call it. And I searched, and at that time, actually, there was very little. I remember searching how to start make a brand, and the only thing that came up was like how to write a business plan. I'm like, no. I want a blueprint.
How to start.
So I had to figure out a lot as I went on my own, and I tried to reach out to as many people as I could. I remember one of the people that I reached out was a local celebrity makeup artist in town where I lived. And she was not very accessible, so I literally stalked her. I remember, I would just drive and wait for her to come to the office.
Yes, you were stalking.
So basically, I had to figure it out as I went, and it was very challenging, but I would stay up very late doing research, trying to figure out how to do this. I ended up finding how to make lip gloss, which I tried to do in my kitchen, and that was a disaster.
What? So that's how it began. Like, you were mixing these things yourself.
I'm trying to figure it out, and then I basically figured that this was not going to happen at a small scale in my kitchen. So I needed to find manufacturers. So I went back to internet, finding manufacturers. I found one in Illinois, but they were very expensive. So one thing led to another. I ended up getting another manufacturer, who was outside of the U.S., and that was what I went with.
What? Okay. At any one point, did you think, you know what? Nothing is here. I have read it for a couple of years. It's giving me money. Say, just go back to it.
For some reason, this, you know how sometimes you have ideas and maybe you hit a wall, then you just like forget it.
Yeah.
Or you set an idea, after 1 month you're bored with it.
Yeah.
So this particular idea, because I'd had other ideas, but not really in beauty or anything. It was all in healthcare.
Yeah.
Including wanting to go to medical school, which is another story.
Yeah.
But this particular idea just took a hold of me. It would not let me go. I was obsessed. I mean, you know, when you're staying up till 4 in the morning to research and you have to be checking into the hospital at 6 p.m., at 6 a.m., and you're thinking, that was like the best night.
Yeah. And you were transniting, just trying to figure out how to make it work.
I had so much passion about it.
What? Okay, so we have Nelly for about 3 more minutes, guys. If you have any more questions, you have about a minute to tweet them to us on Twitter. That's at Kiss100 Kenya. The hashtag is Adele and Shafi on Kiss. As you're doing that, here's Rita Ora with your song on Kiss FM. We are about to leave you with Kate C. Dede. So Team C. Dede, get ready for her. But of course, we have Nelly Tuikong, CEO and the force behind Pauline Cosmetics Kenya. Shout out to Felicity Mesh, who's saying Nelly's story is so inspiring. Same characteristics with mine when it comes to fetching firewood. Cecilia Tunga is saying Nelly inspiring story just proves that just because it didn't come easy, it's impossible.
And then what's going on?
Are you clapping for her?
Yes, I'll tell cheer to all the sisters of Touch a Sister.
Oh Lord. However, okay, so now you know, Pauline Cosmetics has gotten to the point where so many people are talking about it, okay? So many celebrities are endorsing it, which is amazing.
You know, I looked at your products and I was like, yo, it looks like Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you,
You know, I've been in and out of so many relationships when I travel.
So
I tend to buy my the lady of the day. You know, makeup.
Yeah.
And as in the packaging is out of this world, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I love that it's our story, it's ours, so we can own it. But